Not sure exactly where this VOD's gonna kick in, because the way YouTube plans streams go. But welcome to Outfit Wars. If you're here after the fact, your match is in the description. Please feel free to click through and enjoy. Otherwise, let's get ready to go. TheHolyYeetman.
What's up, D?
How goes the yeeting, bro?
Feel? Man, yeeting is good. Go Hard Gaming is good. We're doing great, man. How are you doing?
Doing fine, man. Took a little break after the Emerald outfit war, got a little grub, and I'm back. I'm ready to go once again.
Awesome. What is the match number?
Number 2.
Okay, perfect. Are you excited for today, man?
I am excited for today. You know, I think last night was a little bit of a letdown for me because it's got some one-sided matches, and it's like, oh, you know, it's like well, not a lot to do here. Today, though, I've seen some of the Emerald outfits find a way to make it creative and interesting. One TR awesome. Against Gobs actually issued a terms of surrender sheet to Gobs before the match, and wow. Suggested a flash race. As a way to fill the time. Gobs decided not to fuck around. They don't know what the points are going to be worth in terms of seeding, so they just slaughtered, as you would expect Gobs to do. And then for KN1 versus VCats, VCats took the W, but KN1 made a rush on their warp gate, and holy shit, it was cool to watch. Really cool to watch.
Awesome.
Yeah. How about you, man? How's the last 24 hours been to you?
Watch some playing a lot of games, been hanging out with my Go Hard gamers big time.
Word.
And I did want to give you a shout out to Deeg for making this content that you do and doing what you do, man. I appreciate PlanetSide 2 community appreciates.
That's really sweet of you, Yeet. I really appreciate that.
Ear casting with, yeah, man. I really appreciate the opportunity to be casting with you, man. Hanging out with you. You're a cool dude, man. Cool dude. I've always liked you. Hey, man. I'm glad we're finally able to do this casting stuff, and hey, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
And let's have some fun, man. Like let's see what happens.
Let's get loose. It's Connery time, bro. Anything can happen.
Unity. Yeah. Let's go, man. I think these are 2 really good outfits. I mean, we had the chance to cast 2 Unity matches now.
Yeah, sounds right.
Wow, Unity's got some good cohesion. They're pretty good with that. But TTA, I had the opportunity to actually play against them, and they're a little slow on. I think I'm interested to see.
Yeah, I'm having a little bit of trouble with your audio. Like you're having some connection stuff going on, I think. Just want to let you know.
Oh, okay. Is it better now, or is it still?
Seems okay so far.
Okay.
Sounds like you're going through a tunnel.
You can't hear me as well?
You sound great now.
Oh.
Ever since I said something, you sounded fine.
Okay. Perfect.
Word.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like I'm in a tunnel.
Yeah. I just want to give you a heads up in case there's anything you need to do to fix it. But anyway, it's okay now. Tell us more a little bit about these teams, Unity versus TTA. What's your vibe check?
Yeah, I feel like TTA. We seen Unity last time pull some gals, right? So I'm really interested to see who's going to be the first in infantry on Granite Head. That's got to be the main fight. Whoever can get control of Granite Head, that's going to be key. I think it's going to be tough if you lose Granite Head. I think you can come back from it, but it's going to be interesting to see what they do. As far as air, I would love to see a big air fight too. Big air fight in the middle, and then how fast can they get it on point? I think is a question right after they get that air.
Well, we're just under 2 minutes out from Terran Alliance versus Unity quarterfinals of the Connery outfit war. One of these teams is going to go into the semifinals, and the other one is going to get to go home till next season. Find out very soon which one is which. above and beyond all things, all I crave is an interesting close match.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, we want to see a little back and forth. We want to see a big battle. It's going to be interesting who chooses Arizek or Bitter. Those are going to be two big facilities too, right after Granite Head. I think you could forfeit Granite Head if you get Bitter and Arizek, but we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, that's the kind of I think that's the consolation play. You know, if you can't get Granite Head, it's okay.
Yeah,
you get Bitter and Arizek. Those bases both have points that are easier to get to compared to Granite Head, so they're kind of easier to drive by. I think a lot of outfits are treating those as we'll get to them as soon as we have Granite Head kind of situations. Okay. Anyway, we're about 30 seconds out from the
anvils are coming down.
Oh, baby.
Oh, wow.
Yep. There's one over Slate Canyon, it looks like. A handful of light anvils.
Four light anvils.
And these are going to be...
heavy over here?
Is it Terran Alliance anvils? Let me peek at the warp gates and see which team is which. Terran Alliance blue, so...
It's like Unity.
Are those Unity anvils? They're red? Interesting.
Yeah, those got to be Unity anvils right there.
Oh, and here's a heavy anvil coming down between Arizek and Nexus Secure.
Oh, and the match has started.
The match has begun. Unity versus Terran Alliance, Connery Outfit Wars quarterfinals.
Here we go. We got some Unity gals coming out. KaaLock. A few other gals with him. ESF's escorting in the gals. We're getting some mosquito and mosquito warfare up here.
Oh no. Unity dropping dudes onto Granite Head from that galaxy. They're on the triple stack, and Terran Alliance is dropping on the powerhouse.
Uh-oh. So it looks like TTA has chosen B point to focus on first, and it looks like UD has chosen C point. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of a fight here in the middle. We got Chrome over here in a max suit.
Yeah, we got two fresh squads ready to fight.
Here.
And Unity is going to make the push quicker. They're anxious to get this point. A little bit of Terran Alliance air to ground, fucking with this push. And I think that Unity's impatience, they might be paying for it a little bit here.
There's a big push back here coming into B point from this Max over here. But I don't know if they can really get formed up and ready to go. They're getting hit with the air to ground. Oh my god, the air to ground. Just cleared the whole squad over here.
Just a single
Unity still has control over C point.
For now.
Yeah, that mosquito. Get that man a raise. Who is that guy?
Terran Alliance pulling in Sunderer to support their tank here. Oh, they have an angle on the Unity Sunderer. It's going down. Oh, Unity's going to get pushed right the hell out of here. By Terran Alliance. They are attempting to reinforce the triple stack here, with Terran Alliance trying to push in from the balcony with their defector Max. The Max is pushing in. The Doc is going. Res grenade off for Unity.
Oh wow, this is
Terran
awesome.
Alliance takes it. Yep.
These Maxes are in here taking space. Looks like TTA's coming in for C point. TTA is gaining control of C point right now. Max down on point. Chrome is the last one left. Unity can come in and take this right now.
Unity's flipping the point back. They must have a spawn here, and they're coming in from above. Terran Alliance droppers, they're not letting this base go quietly. They've split these 2 points since the start of the match. Neither team has made any progress on a cap. Because of that, I'm going to have a quick look at the map here 3 minutes in. Bitter Gorge is about to go towards Unity. It's being hotly contested. Arizek, no action. No action at Arizek. Let's have a look at Bitter Gorge while this is getting fought over. Unity's flipping the powerhouse at B and Granite Head as we go over to Bitter Gorge. Getting an advantage there. And they also have the advantage here at Bitter Gorge. 10 seconds and it'll be all theirs. Terran Alliance looks like they're trying to make a move on B, but it's just not happening. What's up, man?
You just wonder if someone would send just a fire team or one guy over to Aerozek right now and ghost cap it. I mean, that would just be...
That's the trick, man. That's the trick.
That would be excellent.
To find the moments when 2 or 3 people can make the difference and get them there at the right time. That's the whole game, man. Okay, so
I think
Bitter
Granite
Gorge...
Head's the fight right now.
Yeah, Bitter Gorge goes towards Unity. They gain the first cap of the contest. And Granite Head, awesome. still a fucking battle between Triple Stack and the Powerhouse. Damon getting knocked out of his mosquito. Unity finally smartening up and getting rid of that thing, swatting it out of the sky. 8 point goes towards Unity, as you said. Terran Alliance looking pretty comfortable here inside the power
taken out on 8 point.
You know, I like this slow play from Terran Alliance if they can follow it up with something, or if they're using it to play the map. But I don't see them doing either of those things.
Unity's sneaking into B point right now.
Yeah, and they've got another Sunder up by the triple stack. And what's this? I think this is another Unity Sunderer. And while this is all happening, Slate Canyon has started to go towards Unity.
Oh, Unity. Oh, man.
They've got a point hold going. They're just under a minute into it, and the Terran Alliance has not responded here yet.
That's so good for TTA right now. TTA's got to get control of either Granite Head, or they need to pull out and get control of Slate. TTA is able to get control of all of B point, and now they're pushing into C point.
Unity pushing up to the northern battlements of Slate Canyon. There's some TTA here. I don't know why they're here. Maybe a Sunderer got popped. See a lone mosquito for Terran Alliance trying to do something, but Unity is very dug in with 2 minutes left on Slate Canyon, which will open up a lattice link to the Nexus Omega. Terran Alliance flying out of the mosquitoes out of the warp gate. One of them is smoking already.
That Unity over here on the point. And over here back at Granite Head, it looks like TTA is going to get the victory over here.
Good for them. They need this. They need this.
Victory has not eluded us.
Yeah.
I liked it.
If they want to come back in this match right now, I think capping this is going to help a lot. Then they go next to secure. They get out of here.
If they get this, then the opener is not all lost. But seriously, the push onto Slate Canyon is a problem that they need to find a way to find a response for. And that response could just be getting aggressive themselves. Using Granite Head. Oh, here's a drop.
On Granite Head, on the triple...
Oh, no. At the same time, Terran Alliance is dropping on Slate Canyon. Terran Alliance not gonna... I don't know if this push is gonna gain ground. I'm watching a couple infantry pushing in through the bottom of his double stack.
Oh! They're getting it. They're getting it back.
Oh, they got it! Terran Alliance pushes Unity off the point at Slate Canyon, despite how dug in they were.
TTA got it back.
Oh, man. I wonder if Unity folks were caught out. There are so many of them are on the edges of the base. Here's quantification, and Max just, like, randomly asked out here, like, what point's over there, man? Unity Dervish coming in. Gets blowed up. Terran Alliance responding in effect. And let's see what it cost them at Granite Head.
That's a beautiful job by TTA right there.
That was nice.
Yeah, let's do a damage report over here at Granite Head.
Granite Head, BNC are both having action. Unity just took Granite Head away from Terran Alliance.
Wow.
That went so fast.
Unity got that one.
These middle bases.
Oh my god.
These middle bases cap in under a minute and a half. They go so easily. My god. What a heads-up play by Unity.
That just
goes to Slate Canyon for Granite Head
after it's neutral. Yeah. If you can capture it from the enemy team and steal it, that's a huge plus right there.
What a steal. On
I mean,
the
TTA's been pretty much parked here the entire time, right?
That was their early play. I think that in trying to respond to Slate Canyon, they might have lost the edge they needed. I'm not really too sure how that played out.
Looked like they kind of went right where TTA went where Unity was, and Unity went where TTA was. And it just so happened to work out.
Arizek is currently flipping Ghosted over to Unity. This is... I want to see Terran Alliance have one of the 3 midpoint bases. I would love to see them make a play on Arizek right now. Because as scary as a link to the Nexus is, and it is scary, it's not scarier than losing all of your mid-continent lattice connections. The lattice connections are everything in this mode. Unity has retaken Slate Canyon while we were away, and Terran Alliance is attempting to fix that again. They're redropping, pushing in from the top. Unity is falling back down the stairs, running into the pincer move from Terran Alliance. They're going to get it. Consolidating their back line, but at what cost?
And that Unity gal's just parked here. He's chilling. He's dropping people off. Unity's trying to make a push back in here.
Okay, and Terran Alliance are playing spoilers here at Arizek, as I requested. They have a minute and a half left to cap it. There is a Unity half squad here that have made sure to slow this thing down, and they flipped the top point. And as I speak, the A point is flipping. Looks like there's a little bit of a tete-a-tete going on between these two teams. A little bit of a duel. Let's see who wins it. Heavy Assault versus... Oh, the Light Assault takes it. Light Assault Ascendance confirmed. Terran Alliance reflips the A point at the baby tech plant as Unity floods in to the bottom of the space after gaining control of the top. This is one of the things I've seen is if you're going to control the bottom 2 points of Arizek, you have to have almost some kind of like an armor presence, a sunder or something in this bottom road. Take advantage of those lack of deploy zones on this continent. A point now flipping towards Unity. That spells trouble. And Slate Canyon about to be recapped by Terran Alliance. That's going to open up Bitter Gorge Garrison for them. That's a target they should absolutely not be ignoring. They still have the link to Granite Head Reactor via Hydroponics Compound. So still a lot of options on the board for Terran Alliance. They're not out of this thing yet.
Well, and I think... Ooh! A flip on Hydroponics is going through for Unity.
There it is. There it is.
That's a big deal.
Yep.
That's a big deal. That actually might lock them completely out of pushing Granite Head right now.
Yep. That's something that the Terran Alliance are going to want to respond to. The home bases in that row, I think it's 4 minutes 40 seconds to cap them, which I mean from a technical perspective does leave you with some time to respond. But it kind of depends on the rest of your lattice state, how important it is to respond there. Unity has taken Arizek SATCOM hub, and that gives them 2/3 of the continent. Their color red is currently sweeping north and choking out the Terran Alliance blue. See what the Terrans do.
Arc Guardian just wins a 1v1 over here at Hydroponics. Took the point back for TTA. Looks like the back cap is cleared up.
Good for them. 30 seconds, and then they'll have links back to Arizek and to Granite Head. As long as they can hold it. No, Unity is back.
So, Unity's back in here. Arc Guardian is outnumbered.
Okay. So a heroic sort of unsteal by Terran Alliance, but not enough. Not a response here in force by them yet. A highly motivated individual stalled that out. That's going to buy Terran Alliance a little more time. I'm seeing some logistics falling from the sky. It looks like a heavy anvil for Unity. They're trying to get a spawn point established here right behind the powerhouse. They've dropped 2 of them. And one of them gets popped by air to ground. The second one... Oh, no, it didn't get popped. Sunder is up. Spoke too soon.
Unity's
Two
got
Sunders.
Two Sunnies up over here.
Yep, so this is the Unity play. They're going to go for what I've heard called by the community the square base.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one's very difficult to take and hold.
Okay, they're doing the right thing, though, getting those spawn points going, which is also going to give them a buttress against the spawners.
Oh! One Sunday goes down. By Jared B. Jared B and Blake A. Blake A is coming in here.
This guy and his mosquito is doing a ton of work. Is that Jared B in the Terran Alliance mosquito?
Yeah, Jared B's in the TTA.
Just
Blake A's in the Unity.
Harassing, just taking out both Sunders. One aircraft. Just erasing the spawn points for Unity here, which is going to clear the way for a Terran Alliance response.
Looks like a respectable air duel up here.
In the meantime, Bitter Gorge has been hacked and is all the way gone towards Terran Alliance in about 15 seconds. C is under contention. Unity trying to slow this thing down, but this is a very blue-looking base. And it goes through. Terran Alliance takes it. Hell yes, boys. Let's fucking go.
I'm just watching Blake A right now taking people out in the air.
It's a beautiful thing in the spectator cam following the pilots, isn't it?
This game is so fun to watch.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Is there a...
It looks like Unity...
I'm seeing a Unity push coming up from the south onto the B point, but I don't know if they have a spawn point going.
There's so much Unity in here. You wonder where's TTA are at right now. Oh! TTA actually is making moves. They got Bitter Gorge.
Yeah. Yep. That's where I've been. So...
Are they getting Argent right now? Are they flipping
That's
Argent?
the play. That's what I need them to be doing. Argent. Because Unity is here... Not the B point's getting flipped by Unity. But they could be getting that link from Granite
So
Head.
they weren't...
Okay, no TTA yet
like
at Argent.
See Matty Z-Bot from
but TTA has
reallocated.
reallocated. Looks like they're responding over at Hydroponics. Let's look in
they have that
on
B point.
the action.
TTA cannot flip. There's just way too much TTA here at B point.
Oh, there's such a brawl here at the powerhouse of Hydroponics. Unity has the point, and they're about to resecure. Terran Alliance are swarming outside, pushing in from Skinny and Door 3. This Terran Alliance next to Unity. It looks like the blue is going to push in and prevent the resecure. Did it get... No, it did get resecured, but they're going to start a new hack. 4 minutes. The clock is on. Actually, it's a lot of time lost for Terran Alliance on this. But it is a resecure. Hang on. No. Unity capped it.
TTA is recapping it.
Confused streamer here. So Terran Alliance did not get there in time to prevent the cap. And
yeah, it
they're
looks like
putting the hack
TTA
back
is now
on,
recapturing it.
which means that the only link that they have towards Granite Head now comes from Bitter Gorge, which Unity is pushing back at. I'm not seeing any more action on the continent. It's a fight over Argent, but as long as Unity has a hack at Bitter Gorge, there's nothing you can do there.
Bitter Gorge is just a slugfest over there. Usually it's just a big brawl. Everybody's fighting. You got aircrafts, vehicles, all of that. But I'm not seeing any Unity over here at Hydroponics right now. I'm hearing a lot of aircrafts. Let's see what's going on outside. I think we're hearing ambulance. It's like a TTA anvil over here.
Watching Unity consolidate their
Anything-
take of Bitter Gorge. They just secured the
Okay.
3rd point. 70 seconds. It belongs to them.
Victory has not eluded us. Fight harder.
Seeing TTA Max coming out of the spawn room looking for something to do. You know, the sky's curiously absent of air. There's just not a lot of air in this after the opening. It's really interesting to see how hard these two outfits have committed to infantry. 8 point getting flipped by the Terran Alliance, but it looks like it might have just been just the spawners coming back in. That's what it is. Decent route to A from the spawn room if you're trying to defend Bitter Gorge, but it's no way to take the points on the flank. You need to set up your own logistics, drop in Sunder or something. All right, 30 seconds to go for Unity on Bitter Gorge.
Here, it looks like
Hydroponics.
this is the fight.
Hydroponics is where TTA looks like they're making their play.
Yeah.
Which I get. Bitter Gorge is one of the fast cap bases. So you let the fast cap base go, you solidify your hold on the slow cap, and hope that you can make a play, a distraction play to get back there again. There's actually not that many Terran Alliance in this powerhouse, just under a squad, I guess. A token force. It wouldn't take much of a Unity drop to recontest it. Watching a Galaxy fly over the mountains for Unity. It looks like they're coming. They heard me. And they're on their way to the square base. This Galaxy dealing with a mid-air collision. I can't tell if this is a pregnant cow or... Yep, it is. And the babies are coming down.
Oh, wow. There we
Here
go.
comes the Unity drop.
Unity gal drop.
And we're going to see how dug in TTA actually is at this point.
TTA's fighting outside, out by the tree. 2 beacons up.
The point's flipping
out the
towards
beacons?
Unity. But TTA responding, coming down the skinny stairs. This could go either way. Unity flooding in towards door 1. Terran Alliance has given up their hold on the top stairs, which is usually a recipe for disaster. And as predicted, Unity takes it. And just... Oh my god. This was seconds away from being recapped by Terran Alliance. Seconds away. That is brutal for Terran Alliance. Oh no. We're about...
Just an awesome job by Unity.
We're about 21 minutes into this match, about at the halfway point, and Terran Alliance is trying to find some way to prevent Unity from getting that link to the Nexus. At Slate Canyon, they succeeded in pushing off Hydroponics. They were about to resecure it, but that didn't go through. So you got to move. You got to let this play out for a minute or two and make a play on one of the fast caps. They only have a link at Bitter Gorge, and that looks like that might be where the pop is going. A decent amount of pop for TTA in the warp gate right now.
Looks like we're seeing some striker Valks getting set up.
Yeah, yep. Couple Valkyries and also a fistful
Striker Valks
of
for the win.
mosquitoes. Striker Valks, really? This I gotta see.
Yeah.
And here comes
Strikers
TTA
are moving in. Big
counter
Unity
drop.
gal down.
That's one gal drop. That's one Valk drop. That's 2 Valk drops. One going down quick. One clearing out the top. Beacons are getting established. Counter drop from the best of the beasts. He's not going to get the TTA beacon. He's going to go down. Unity's still in control of the point. TTA getting established. They have 2 beacons up.
Pano is with you.
And there's about a squad's worth of Unity inside this base. Cap timer's halfway there, 50%. And the Air Force for TTA that they just pulled is chasing the skies clear. as the Unity Valkyrie hangs on for dear life.
Unity is just really holding down this point. I mean, this whole time has just really been just Unity.
Bitter Gorge is about to get resecured by Unity.
Ooh.
Terran Alliance,
Oh,
they
so
rolled
TTA
in
is not able to keep
a
a push going.
Chimera. Unity with lightning, a little bit of armor on armor action. The Chimera, did it get popped? There's some vehicle gameplay happening here on the road at Hydroponics, and it looks like Unity has gotten the better of it, chasing out the Terran Alliance armor. And here comes a Unity orbital, right on top of this TTA push. It's about to respawn, and they're going to need another res grenade, boys and girls. Now, the best reason to use orbitals is, of course, you can deal with spawn points. That's the classic. Oh, TTA's pushing in. The orbital wasn't enough. They've got the point.
TTA's
and they're keeping hope alive here.
TTA's in here. They have control of the point. Oh, you love to see it.
Yeah, I do love to see that. I do love to see that.
Yeah, that orbital seemed like it did the trick, but TTA is just able to just keep on going, keep on pushing in. Getting those res grenades off, keeping people up.
Yeah, bro, just a battle of attrition. Unity still has a beacon here on the mountain side of the base, out behind the server room area, and they're trying to poke in and wear down these TTA infantry inside the server room. They're posted up and slugging it out. 2.5 minutes for TTA. This tug of war over hydroponics continues as Unity continues to rack up points. We don't know exactly how the points will or won't be used in the seeding of the semi and grand finals. But if they are valuable, then Unity up to a very early point lead. And with also in control of 3/4 of the continent, by the way. I forgot to mention that. The Unity Air Force has responded, and they're countering TTA, chasing TTA out of the skies.
Yeah, I'm just infantry camera right now in here on point, and this is just a back and forth.
It's a
I mean, Unity's trying to push back in, trying to keep this push alive, trying to keep spawns up. They actually do have the spawn here, so they don't really need nothing but a beacon, really, and they can keep this fight all day long.
Yeah, beacons are so
TTA,
squashable.
on the other hand, I don't know if TTA has
TTA pushed on
right
Slate
now.
Canyon, and it looks like
So
they've just been pushed off by Unity.
Valk drop, and I think we're getting beacons coming in from TTA. TTA is coming back in now. Unity has control of the point. Now TTA is pushing back in for control of the point.
Vano is with you. Do not falter.
Planetside fundamentals right here. Breaching and holding. Unity's just got control again. I mean, this has gone back and forth for about, the past 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, it is these infantry fights. I'd be very curious to see what the kill totals look like for these two teams at the end of it. Terran Alliance now pushed off of hydroponics and shoved out of Slate Canyon. They're starting to run out of options here. 40 seconds till resecured hydroponics, and at Slate Canyon, Unity will hold it in about 1.5 minutes. Seems like the play for Terran Alliance right now is to not lose Slate Canyon and try to keep that lattice link to Bitter Gorge open. And that's where they are. There's a whole bunch of blue outside this double stack. They're getting pelted by the Unity Air Force. And the Terran Alliance Air Force is countering. It's chaos.
That Valk is trying to fly into that mosquito. You love to see it.
As a Vanu main, it brings joy to my heart to see mosquitoes killing mosquitoes. Just gonna put that out there. The way it was meant to be.
Yeah, I have to agree on that one.
TTA consolidated.
Yeah,
their
seeing
control on the
Reavers kill Reavers, it
outside.
wasn't anything new.
Yeah, exactly. Like you expect that almost. Where are these TTA?
Oh,
coming
TTA's
from?
got control of the point.
Good for them. Yeah, they've been steadily pushing in. Not a huge surprise. I don't know where their logistics are at this base, though. Do you? Do you see a spawn for them?
Oh, yeah, it's a stealth one underneath.
Oh, I see it. Yep, under the point. There it is.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, keeping that from getting capped was huge, and that was very last second too. That was in the last minute.
But they lost everything because they're at Nexus Omega.
Oh man. Unity's making the play. Here we go.
Unity's
6
pushing
minutes.
in. They're at the ward gate. They are already on point. Was it worth it? Was it worth it to give up hydroponics? I don't know if you get hydroponics back. You're going to have to regain control of Nexus Omega and then go back for hydroponics. This is a disaster now for TTA.
Well, they still hold Slate Canyon, which means they can make the play on Bitter Gorge. It's not all lost. But this is a rough spot to recover.
That's true.
And it looks like there's not actually a lot of Unity logistics outside of Nexus, unless I'm mistaken. Which means TTA can get established here and just win the battle of attrition. There's a TTA spawn as I speak, a Sunderer on the hydroponics side of the base. Let's see what else is out here. Road looks pretty clear. The skies. I see there's some Skyguard action coming out of the warp gate, and a couple of TTA lightnings whacking something here on the Slate Canyon side. So yeah, TTA taking this base seriously. They're in the cannons on top of the base.
Out here.
They're keeping the skies clear, making sure that they have clear routes in. Seeing a light anvil drop for TTA onto the top of the base. I'm not sure what that's going to be. And
TTA is just holding down the anti-air turrets right now.
A push is forming for TTA at the warp gate side of the point room. They've put up a Citadel shield.
They're anviling in.
Oh, interesting. I like this Citadel shield. Look, go to the point room and look at this.
Oh,
I like that. I don't know if it's going to make a difference
make
for
the point
them.
room look like this.
Okay, they're pushing in. The Unity Max is starting to look a little lonely and falls over. Help, I've fallen and I can't get up. TTA flips the point. They need to hang on to it for another 2.5 minutes in order to have even a chance at getting back to hydroponics. And in the meantime, Slate Canyon is still about 30 seconds out from being resecured, and Unity has rematerialized there after losing the push on Nexus Omega. Unity's dropping on top of the double stack at Slate Canyon. They own the inside, they own the outside. TTA is not here.
Just an incredible job by TTA here, getting control of that. So, you wonder how can they get those back caps going. Which one do you start with? I think you get them both done. Slate is already in, going in favor of
TTA still has that
that
Sunderer beneath the point room, and they're coming up out of it. They're not all coming through like in a big push. They're filtering up piecemeal, one by one, trying to put something together that exposes them to the air to ground. And unless they own the skies, this isn't going to be enough to take this point from Unity. They're going to need to dig up something else. Seeing a Burster Max come out of the spawn room trying to change the equation here for them.
For TTA?
Yeah. It's helping as TTA
Unity's just coming back in. They're
has a
right back at
squad coming up the top. The grenades are flying.
Oh, a big brawl in here on Nexus Omega on A point.
TTA is
Unity's
resecuring Slate Canyon.
In here with new
Unity
maxes ready
falling
to go.
back to the bottom of this point. Yeah, TTA has got Slate Canyon back. Okay. But they've given up the Nexus, huh? To do it?
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it. You really have to get that hydroponics back cap going as soon as you get Nexus Omega back. And you have to almost focus on Nexus Omega. It's like you're in a big hole and you just have to get out of this hole somehow.
If Unity could find that TTA bus at Slate Canyon and get rid of it, man, I think that hole they just did would have worked.
And these maxes are just bullying people in here at Nexus Omega.
Watching a small infantry push from TTA coming in from the hydroponic side. Powerhouse. And my observer camera won't go through this damn Citadel
so
shield.
many maps.
All right, we're through.
Yeah, I was having that problem earlier.
Oh man, I feel like a fucking bird trying to fly through a window. Unity's responding to the powerhouse push. Yeah. TTA just not.
Seems like when you don't try too hard, you can go through it.
If you just don't want it.
You don't try that hard. You get through the Citadel.
I can take it or leave it.
It knows when you want to get through the Citadel. Okay, so another Sunday over here on the northeast side. From I think TTA actually, it looks gone. TTA is making a push still from their warp gate side, trying to get back
5 seconds
into that
on the Slate Canyon resecure. Let's see if they can get something going at Bitter Gorge.
Oh, if they could start capping Bitter, they might actually be able to turn this game around.
I don't see any
But
TTA.
the Nexus
here.
Omega problem is just glaring. It's just a glaring issue right now. They are
Yeah,
on
it's hard not
your
to pay
point at
attention
Nexus
to.
Omega. How are you gonna get them off?
Oh shit! I need at least a fire team of TTA here. Come on. Maybe they're trying.
Yeah,
Maybe they're trying to get over there.
Buddy, an infiltrator.
Yeah, TTA have all left Slate Canyon too. Oh,
See, look, I don't even want to get through the Citadel, and I got through it.
This match is going the distance. All the points have been allotted the old-fashioned way by holding territory. Yeah. I'm watching a TTA Valkyrie fly out of the warp gate, sneaking over the mountain. Not sneakily enough, though. Hobbs the Heavy and his Mosquito. What is this Valk trying to do? Is it trying to make its way over to Bitter Gorge? It's not going to make it if that's the case. There's only the pilot in it.
Maybe he's going.
Still zero action in the west. This just blows my mind. This blows my mind that none of these outfits are trying to do something about that. Okay.
Going for that. Yes. Get it.
Oh, there's TTA filtering into this point room. The rest of it's going off for Unity. The Citadel shield got popped, huh?
Yeah, Citadel shield is down. Thank God.
Yeah, exactly. Sincerely, the streamers. Fuck the Citadel shield.
Thank God for the observers. And we have Endeavor over here in the front lines right now. Nuts over here, holding it down. Looks like they're back in that locker room, that same locker room we've been seeing for days, though.
Oh, an orbital from
and
TTA goes off.
Orbital by TTA. Beautiful orbital. Now you have to push in right now.
Oh, they're doing
TTA
it. There's a Cordium bomb here just chilling, though. I don't know if they see it. Unity Max goes down. TTA's in the point room.
It's working.
The Cordium bomb goes off.
Worked.
Not enough, though.
Got it.
Not enough. All right, that was good.
I think the accordion bomb was just there for show.
Okay, so they got that in the last. Oh my God, this Unity counter push coming in from the hydroponic side. Look at this push.
Lots of Unity coming in from the southeast side. Another orbital going for TTA. Let's see.
Oh, it's too slow. The orbital's on the wrong. It's not close
these
enough.
Maxes are getting C4. Oh!
The Defector Max survived.
Wow.
Maybe it's got the Sunder though. If that got the spawn point, that might be enough.
If it got the Sunday, it was worth it.
Yeah, man.
Holding that lock. This is what they gotta wonder, is CTA just wasting time at this point? They need to be getting another flip going. Why is it not flipping? Slate Canyon is now being recovered 1 minute 36 seconds. Oh, that might be too long. This one could be over.
If Slate Canyon's being recovered, that means that Unity's gonna go over and put another hack on it.
Yeah.
All right, TTA is winning the fight at this powerhouse.
By the time they get control of it, there won't be enough time to get
to do anything with
hydroponics stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hydroponics is off the board. Lattice math, this match is lost at this point.
Yeah.
The most aggressive play that they could make would be to capture Bitter Gorge Garrison right now and try to get Granite Head Reactor before the cap timer goes off. And that'll give them 4 out of the 9 territories. So mathematically, Unity is our winner. But we'll watch how it plays out.
Yeah. I mean, I love how TTA had a really good fight going at Granite Head. They had control of it. They had a nice little slow push going, but somehow we had just missed it, and Unity came in and swooped and took it.
They just fucking ghosted.
Very quickly.
They just swiped it.
It was wild.
Yeah, that was gangsters what that was.
At the same time, Bitter was going in favor of, I think, Unity. Actually, I think TTA did get Bitter, but then Unity, right after Granite Head, just came right over there and just took it right back.
Yep.
I mean, I think wherever Unity has put most of their forces, they've won in all of the biggest fights to that.
Yeah, they might have the stronger fraggers. The kill total will tell that story once we have access to it after the match. TTA just coming from the warp, from the spawn room, just like, what can we do? 3.5 minutes left to get some more kills. I don't see anything more structured happening. Let's just have a look at the warp gate real quick. See if we're wrong. Nothing doing at the warp gate, as far as I can tell. Slate Canyon? I'm just gonna have a look real quick. See what's going on.
Looks like we have a mosquito shooting at the air.
A little bit of a one-on-one going on.
Mr. Rainbow Kid.
Mosquito and an infantry.
Just hanging out.
Yeah, I think there's some attempted ghost cap here by Unity and a couple TTA peeling off to respond. They're gonna get it back. All right, whatever.
Like he was just shooting his teammate.
Whatever. You know, in 20 seconds, TTA could put a hack on Bitter Gorge. That would make me happy, but I don't think.
I've never seen a push for Bitter Gorge. I think we both wanted that Bitter Gorge push, but I
wanted them to push Argent Hold when they had Bitter Gorge. They did have it for a brief moment.
Yeah.
I thought they did.
Yeah, they were trying to push in on foot at Argent, but I just think that back cap, there was too much Unity. They were like, what, all on B point, I think it was at Bitter? And they had a whole squad in there, Sundays. It was bad.
Unity's trying to play for the warp gate at this point.
Good.
Actually, I think it's off the board, mathematically. Yeah, it's off the board. In 2 minutes and 11 seconds, the match will be over. And if they flipped it now, they'd only get halfway through the cap timer. So this is stalled for frags at this point. GG, boys and girls. Happy Planet Side. Enjoy the music.
GG.
The knives are coming out.
I'd love to get some post-game stats. Knives are coming out. Ooh, we got a knife.
I saw a smoke grenade and a fire team of knives up from Unity. These Terrans are enjoying their last moments. Good for them. Terran Alliance gave us a lot of great planetside in the last 5 weeks. Losing this far into the competition is no shame.
Yep.
Good for them. And great for Unity. Just going to get to prove their mettle against tougher opponents.
Ooh, and Space just knifed Mr. Spurk. Oh! Oh, he's killing everyone in here. Left cousin just took out 3 people. Uh-oh, Gamma Bot's being targeted by air target. Air target with the knife kill, oh my god! Gamma... Oh! Logs in here. Logs holding it down. Took one down with him. Nice low. Oh, nice low with the shotgun blast. Nice low. See what Black Void can do.
And that will do it. Unity has defeated the Terran Alliance in the quarterfinals. PlanetSide 2 Outfit Wars on Connery. Good game to both teams, and congrats to Unity on their victory. And now,
really
boys
good match,
girls,
I think.
we have another match to cast.
Ooh. Let's jump into it.
We got Vikings v Dire already en route.
Alrighty, let's jump in fast.
What a great game, though. That was a fun one to watch.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
No complaints. 3 is the ID.
3? Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I think we're finding out whoever gets control of that granite head ends up winning the game.
Okay, we're about 27 minutes. Excuse me, the streamer can't add. 17 minutes into the match between Vikings and Dire. And current map state, it looks like Vikings have taken over 2/3 of the continent. They're resecuring their hold on Bitter Gorge. They already hold Granite Head and Arazek, and it looks like there's initial incursions at Nexus Secure Substation. Dire is counter-pushing at Bitter Gorge and at Granite Head, and they've gotten a hack underway at Granite Head Reactor. Dire trying to slow down this cap at Bitter Gorge on the B point, but in 30 seconds, the B point even won't be enough. In the air, I'm seeing a Viking Liberator. What else do we have in the air? Just in general, Vikings own the airspace over Bitter Gorge Garrison. The A point is now flipping towards Dire as well. They're pushing on the ground without having any access to air, and they're flipping the C point. So they're about to have all 3 of these points and prevent the resecure by Vikings. You get into the match okay, Yeet?
Yep, I'm in. I'm locked in. I'm ready to go. I'm looking at the B point over here at Bitter, trying to figure out... Ooh, and we got Tectonic coming in. Tectonic. We got a lot of Viking over here on the B point right now. Dire looks like they did have control over all 3, but Vikings now making a push in the A point. Zakibot's down. He gets rezzed. Zakis are moving in. They're taking over the A point right now. They have B as well, but B is flickering. Looks like B did get resecured. They do have A as well, and now they're getting C points. So Dire just looks like they might have went to another fight. I think they just pulled out.
Yep.
Looks like we have some contact at Granite Head.
Interesting.
And at
Why would they
Arizek.
take
This
all
is
three of
actually
these points
3
and
fights
peace
right
out?
now. Maybe they valued Granite Head a little bit higher. Looks like they're putting a lot more forces over here at Granite Head. Let's see what's going on over here. It looks like they do have B and C. They have control of the triple stack. They just need A point control. And Granite Head will go in favor of Dire. There's a couple Reavers over here doing some air to ground.
Dire has a Sunderer tucked away between the triple stack and the powerhouse. Very strong position. Vikings air to ground trying to get in and fuck with it, but the Dire infantry is successful in driving them off.
Dire's actually holding down Granite Head right now. This looks like it's going to go in favor
armor.
of Dire.
I'm seeing a tank and a Sunderer roll in from Bitter Gorge, and they're going to start contesting this triple stack. Dire has found that they're there. This tank not going to do much good in a fight, so the driver hops out. A couple of Vikings coming in from the roof, getting pushed out by the Dire infantry. And air hammer me daddy, the Viking and his Reaver, attempting to get in some air hammering, but I guess mommy said no this time. Okay.
Wow, and that Liv's just doing a pass over. He said, I'm coming in with the Dalton. Take the Dalton.
Vikings
and he dropped someone, actually.
Are sending a squad into the underground point, and they're going to take it, the actual reactor itself. There's half a squad of dead Dire infantry here, which leads me to believe there was actually a fight over the reactor, which is
going to need some help down here.
Pretty exciting. Don't see that very often.
Yeah. Yeah. A point being fought over, imagine.
Oh, this Vikings air is oppressive over Granite Head, but not enough. Dire wins the game on the ground and takes the base away, almost evening up the scores here. That Granite Head take for Dire is so huge with the map state that they were in. This is going to give them a launching point to do so much work. They have now a lattice link to hydroponics, and they can give up either Argent Pass or Granite Head and still retain the link to Bitter. Love that.
If they can get control of Bitter now, they can backcap them at Argent Pass. Dire can get right back in the game.
I think hydroponics has got to be the play if you're Dire right now.
Yeah. Ooh.
Scare these
Vikings. There is some Dire over there. I don't think they can cap, though.
Yeah, yep. Vikings pushed in and flipped all 3 points. Yep.
Yeah. If they started that back cap as soon as they flipped, they would have all 3 points and they could get the back cap.
Dire is respawning into this base. At least a handful of infantry are. Vikings are still very much here in force.
Audio animatronic and Athena is over here. Hacked the vehicle terminal at Hydroponics and is ready to flip the point. But I don't think they're going to be able to do anything unless they get control of
Vikings has this. This is no longer the play. They've got to go somewhere other than Granite Head. Maybe Bitter Gorge. Or Arizek.
I think Bitter's the move. You have double connection there. Arizek, if you could somehow commit 100% to Bitter and Arizek, or 50%, then there you go. That's the move. I think they've got to get out of here. Granite Head now is a lost cause, if you ask me.
Vikings also responding here at Arizek to a Dire capture attempt, which they've now defeated. I didn't see exactly what Dire's plan was here, but whatever it was, it's been foiled.
Rise to the moment you can.
So what will Dire do? WWDD.
I just watched a poor Burster Max get taken out by air to ground with no engineer.
Oh no, that's sad. Viking Sunder rolling out of Bitter Gorge. I guess going to reinforce Granite Head. Okay. What else is going on? Okay, there's a play at Argent Pass for Vikings. That makes sense. Oh, too slow. I see a dire Valk pilot give up everything to get to one of the points at Bitter Gorge before the Argent Pass flip begins. And just getting here slightly too slow. That's painful.
Is Granite Head defended?
I don't know. There are a lot of Vikings away from Granite Head.
Yeah, they have to have all 3 points. Okay.
So Dire is responding to Argent Pass rather quickly to try to open up the Bitter Gorge hack.
Let's see.
Vikings have a Reaver here, and it's doing work.
Ooh,
Is this Liberator
Dire
belong to
actually got
Vikings?
control of the point.
Yep. But they
If
don't
they can
have
get control of the point
the
and
air.
then push back into Bitter?
Yeah, 30 seconds to go
This could
on
be the
this
move.
cab. I don't think that there's any logistics here for either team right now at Argent. So it's just who lives and who dies. The Liberator's going to get driven off by, looks like air being pulled from the warp gate by Dire. They're hanging back. They're playing it pretty conservatively. It's kind of similar to what we saw U1TR do against Gobs earlier in the day. And this Valk pilot for Dire is still waiting, just enjoying some cereal, maybe catching up on the news. Okay, he's redeployed. He's getting out of here from Bitter Gorge. Gonna find somewhere more profitable to go. Let's see where that ends up being. The A point begins to flip at Bitter Gorge for Dire, and the C point as well. So they have turned their resecure of Argent into a hack on Bitter Gorge. One of the fast cappers. Love to see that. Granite Head looks like it's under contention. No action at Slate, Hydroponics, or... No, I take it back. Nexus has a fight. Let's go there by way of Granite Head reactor. So at Granite Head, Vikings armor is rolling out towards Bitter Gorge to meet the Dire forces. Dire is still coming in out of this spawn room and keeping these Vikings air busy, but on the points themselves, there's just no action, nothing going on. We're going to continue on our way to Nexus Secure Substation.
Yeah, Dire just got control in here. They just took out a few Vikings, and looks like Dire's going to be able to hold down this point. But they will be losing Granite Head. But they are flipping Bitter right now. If they can get a flip going on Arazek, they could actually take the lead with just those 2 moves right there. Arazek, Bitter, and then they probably are going to need Granite Head for the win right there.
Dire looking quite comfortable here at Nexus Secure. I don't know if they have any spawn points figured out. Looking for an anvil. I'm looking for a random sunderer. It looks like they're just hoping that this is going to be a feint by Vikings. Here comes the Vikings air. There's 2 Valkyries coming in, and they're dropping like it's hot.
See if they can get
Fire
this back
team's
going.
worth of infantry. They've dropped a beacon. They're coming down at door 1, squashing the Unity beacon on the way. Not Unity, sorry, Vikings. And Vikings.
And the back half of Arazek is going through. Dire made it happen. Dire is flipping Arazek right now.
Oh,
they have
wow. That's a nick
3
of time
right
type
now.
thing. This
Beautiful.
fight. This fight at Nexus Secure is... This is a scrappy fight. This is a skirmish.
Yeah.
No,
they need to quickly get out of there.
Vikings have the hack at Nexus Secure.
Oh, because it's connected to Granite Head still. Oh.
Yep. That's the power of Granite Head, bro. That's the power of Granite Head.
Dang.
Vikings still own the skies, which means they can drop in dudes at their leisure.
Oh, you can't just let go of this facility now for Arazek, because Arazek's being back capped as we speak, which was originally supposed to be the back cap. Back cap for a back cap. Oh!
My mind is spinning. I actually like Arazek for a play for Dire. Vikings have the strong air force, but they can capture this without having the B point. They're still trying to hang on to it, giving up people doing it. I'm not sure if that's the right move.
I
B
think
point
Arazek's
just
a lost
flipped.
cause.
A point is still is still blue here.
You got to throw some stuff right now. Bitter.
I think that this is not a very serious dire play here. I'm not really sure what's going on.
Yeah. I think they didn't realize what I just didn't realize is that Granite Head is a connection. So they actually don't need to, they can't really leave this.
Dire has a hack on Bitter Gorge.
Dire is just getting air to ground by the Valk. Whoa!
Yeah,
a dire drop, a gal drop. Maxes are in here. Whoa! Maxes are coming in. Maxes are pushing in right now into Nexus secure. An orbital being dropped right on the dead Maxes right now. Huge play right here for Vikings. Repelling all of that dire push. Vikings is still holding down point right now. Dire's still trying to make their way in and pushing in. They're pushing in. A res grenade for Vikings. Is that another orbital? Another orbital by Vikings. Oh, everyone's on the wall.
Dire's still alive though. They're on the point.
Oh, Dire's got control of the point.
Vikings pushed off.
Beautiful job by Dire, just pushing through that. 2 orbitals, survived 2. Commander Geet over here with his max suit, still alive. He said, I'm alive. I'm holding it down. Shotguns going off. That's how you know it's NC versus NC.
So let's get serious here. I'm seeing the Vikings logistics. Mr. Puffy and his Sunder are rolling away from Nexus Secure, which suggests that they're not going... That's not the Viking play right now. Arazak is back in Viking control. They still hold Granite Head. Bitter Gorge... Actually...
Bitter Gorge is flipped. Bitter Gorge has a timer active right now.
Yeah, bite my tongue
no
because
idea how that just
Dire
happened.
has pop at Granite Head. They're waiting for the Nexus Secure Substation resecure to go through. They're ready and waiting at Granite Head right now.
And they're getting Bitter, which the timer's active for. And there is a back cap at Argent Pass, which is a big deal. But if they still have a timer at Bitter, they could keep back capping it. I think if they get control over Argent, as long as the timer's fixed, they can leave there.
30 seconds on Nexus Secure. Dire have dudes at the powerhouse. They don't have anyone at the triple stack. Do they have any logistics here? This is the Sunderer spot traditionally. There's no Sunderer here.
Whoa, can we get a drip check on the ant over here at Argent? Oh my god. What a cool looking ant. Wow.
Points for style.
10 out of 10 for the drip check on Froman.
Oh my god, Vikings denied the resecure at Nexus Secure, and all the Dire said to get Granite Head, set their thumbs up their butts.
10 out of 10 drip check.
Savage.
Alright, I'm back in the game. I got distracted by the drip check over there.
Just dazzled this man.
Yo. Oh, I see a good ant. You know, I gotta look again.
Yeah, just stay a while and watch it. You're like, I like to watch you come, but I love to watch you leave. You know, I get it. Dire is responding here at Argent Pass.
Mickey's making the push. Yeah, Mickey's making a push in right now with the cowboy hat on, pushing in, making their way in. 8 point is now being flipped back towards Dire.
I don't know how serious of a Vikings hold this was.
Yeah. This felt like they were just waiting for them to come bring forces here and then went somewhere else. And that somewhere else is probably Nexus Secure Substation right now.
Yep. And it looks like Dire are giving up on Granite Head, which is smart. Very heads-up play by Vikings to deny the resecure at Nexus Secure.
Another...
Here comes the Dire orbital!
Nexus Secure.
Ow!
Orbital hits the Earth. Vikings are still very blue and quite alive on the point. Where?
Wow.
What was the point of that orbital?
I don't think that was a good orbital. Oh, Maxes are coming in. Dire's pushing in. Max on max warfare. Let's get an up close on this one. Oh! The Maxes! Max warfare engaged. Dire's just trying to make their way in. Dire's trying to stay alive. Vikings are holding it down. They're saying we're not getting off this point right now. Get back, Dire! Get back! Get off our point! Oh
Vikings.
my God! There's so much
Vikings
carnage in here. The
have got
Viking
their
max
blood
down.
up. These
2 maxes
Vikings
down.
are berserking on Dire right now.
Wow. This is... I think I got blood on the observer camera.
You need a splash guard on that thing.
Yeah.
46 seconds for Vikings to take a Dire home
Vikings
base
are
away.
A
Dire,
dominating victory right here.
they're coming back out of the spawn room, hoping they can get there in time. They got time for one push like this. I'm seeing maybe a squad's worth of them trying to make their way towards door 1, but the Vikings are onto it and they're pushing out.
Map check. We need to look at Bitter. Why is no one flipping Bitter from Dire right now? This is the same situation we see in the last game. Why is no one on Bitter? There's no reason someone should not be flipping Bitter right now. You see this? It's just crickets over there at Bitter.
You're right. You're right. It's just crickets.
No one is flipping Bitter. Bitter is a move right now.
Oh no! And Nexus Secure goes towards the Vikings. Dire lose all connection to Granahead and Arazek. Their only play is at Nexus Secure or Bitter.
Nexus Secure. You have to. And Bitter. You have to send just a few guys over to Bitter, but you have to get Nexus Secure back.
Rain begins to fall over Nexus Alpha.
Oh, that's a Nexus Steel Rain. Oh, I hope they saved an Orbital. This is the perfect time to drop an Orbital there. What's our Nexus Alpha? It's GG, man. You can't let them get in there.
The Vikings are trying to get in out of the Steel Rain. There's an attempt to air to ground.
It's the beginning of the end. No.
Well, they last.
Wow.
This fight has gone the longest of any I've seen in a while without any Nexus action.
Yeah.
We're down to the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, this is really good.
Vikings are settled in here on the point. They're ready for a brawl. They've got 1, 2, 3 maxes spread out. Dire has a counter push amassing on the Argent side of the base? Question mark? That's right. This is the hydroponic side.
These Viking maxes are just in here just slapping everybody up. I mean, everybody's gotten slapped by one of these Viking maxes today.
One of the Viking maxes is getting very brave, foolishly pushes out into the fat stairs and gets punished for it. You a bad play.
I think I got slapped by a Viking max too.
Yeah? Did he go right through the observer cam and reach into you?
It smacked me.
There are times when like a charging max or like a reaver will bump into me and I'll be like, oh god, kind of a visceral reaction. Dire has successfully pushed from the Nexus Secure side of the base and pushed Vikings off the point. Vikings are doing
get out.
What? Vikings have kind of left? Question mark.
They've got to get out.
This into a play.
They've got to get out.
At Argent Pass? Yeah, that's what they're doing. I think they're at Argent Pass, dude.
Dire's got to get that flip going in Nexus Secure right now. They have to start redeploying out of here.
Yeah, 30 seconds to go.
Scowl, something. Get them out of here.
On Nexus.
Don't fight here.
Yeah,
Please don't fight here.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't want to see another fight here. I want to see Nexus Secure. I want to see Granahead. I want to see it. That Max slapped me, and now I don't see straight anymore. He slapped Dire so hard here, man.
The Vikings, they've got a Sunderer at Argent Hold. They're coming in. They're getting solidified on this point. Dire, go somewhere. Show us something.
Dire, you gotta move. You gotta move.
This
is when you're on the ground right now, and you're waiting to get back up, and the ref is over you, just counting down the time. He's telling you this is how much time you have. 7 minutes left in the match. You've got to get up. You've got to wake up. You got to show some sign of life. Nexus Secure is flipped. Is it being flipped? It's being flipped.
Let's go, baby.
Being flipped.
Let's go.
Nexus Secure is the fight. Let's go, Dire. Way to go, Dire. They're staying in it. Oh, here comes the Viking max suit. He's taking out like 10 with him.
Dire has a Sunderer outside the base on the Nexus side. They have about a squad's worth on the point. Nothing at all in the big stairway. Vikings are going to exploit that. They have a fire team filtering in. And a couple of infantry making a play from the skinny stairs. Dire's hold on this point not all that strong. They've got no maxes. It's just soft infantry here. They're a minute into a 4.5 minute cap for this base. Capturing this would open up both Arizek and Granite Head Reactor as options. They've got 3 minutes and 15 seconds if they're successful. Just under 6 minutes on the match timer.
Vikings are
and a 5 base
now.
deficit to close.
Vikings are pushing southeast side right now. They've got a couple maxes in here. Just one net. Dire's just got a really good lock on that point. Put a lock on it. Put a lock on it. Hold it down. Here comes Vikings. They're trying to storm in. They're pushing different doorways right now. I feel like I might get shot right now.
I'm right by. Yeah.
I'm right by all the shooters.
Here's the thing of it, man. You're gonna get scat max if you're not careful. Dire looking very comfortable on this point. Vikings not really committing yet. They've got a Sunderer set up on the road here. They're ready for the longer haul. Another Sunderer to the north. They got 2 Sunderers, one undeployed. So they must be somewhere else. They're at Argent Pass.
Just a great job by Dire holding down the point. Nexus secure right now. They got out of Nexus Alpha. I'm not scarred anymore. My PTSD is gone. Oh, I spoke too soon. Argent Pass is going through. They're gonna be in Nexus Alpha in like 2 seconds.
Vikings have got it.
Oh man. Dire gave everything up for a Nexus secure. I just don't know if it's worth
That's okay. They can't lose the Nexus. They can't be warp gated.
Yeah, that's what they're fighting for at this point.
Well, if that's what they're fighting for, then they've won. The moral victory of not being warp gated.
They've won.
What else? What else is left on the table for Dire? So, nothing. Nothing the EO team can do could possibly go through before the time. So, we are officially in the cleanup phase of this Outfit Wars match.
Yep.
Everyone, enjoy the planet side.
You a bad player coming in, trying to make a way in here. Let's see what they can do. Vikings are gathering up. Couple push up the stairs. They're getting up those stairs. You a bad player, just picking people off. Needs an engineer. Another Maxu comes in, one shot as well. He needs an engineer. Oh, here comes all the Maxes though. Big party by Vikings coming in, just crashing everything. Just hanging on by a thread there. Vikings are just driving around, flashes on the point.
Good game. I got the guitars rocking, got the new Conglomerate theme song going, just finding fun things to look at for the rest of this game.
Look at this max suit running around. Drip check on that max. All gold. He's the one in all gold. Jumps in Sunday.
Dire's making
over here. Zach
play for Argent hold. There's not enough time to take it, but that's not stopping them from playing. 4 for something. Battle's not over.
It's Maxu going back to... He's returning to Binky. I just watched this Maxu run all the way to the work gate.
From where?
You gotta see this guy just running to the work gate.
Is he a Viking?
He's running to their work gate right now. Yeah.
Oh my god, that guy's got balls.
He's running to the... He's just running straight to their work gate. We need some action music for this guy. Oh, he's just running by himself. This is Froman. This is the guy who had the ant earlier. He's gonna get ran over. Oh no! And Mickey lets him live. We seem to see a friendship developing here. Oh! And the dire Skyguard comes up and kills Froman. Oh, the poor Maxu. And he gets ran over. Oh my god. These other Max suits made it here too. They made it for the party. Oh, and the Flash runs over the other Max suit.
And there it is. The Vikings of Connery are victorious, defeating Unity in a well-fought, totally not warp-gated match here in the Nexus season of Outfit Wars in the quarterfinals. Vikings will move on to the semifinals. Unity will take their ball and go home. GG to both teams. Great game. Interviews to follow.
GG.
That was some good gaming, Yeet.
Yeah. Deeg, I really like how Dire got out of the Nexus Omega right there. Nexus Alpha. That was impressive.
Word. We have interviewees already queuing up. I've got PropMaster from Unity, as well as Renuse, as well as Jeucoq from Vikings. Let's pull them in, and we'll hear about what's good.
Awesome.
Jeucoq, Renuse, and PropMaster, you're live on the cast. And PropMaster, you are unserver muted. Jeucoq, you are unserver muted, and everyone's unserver muted. Yay, Discord.
Howdy.
Hey, boys. Good game, man.
Yeah, it was good. I've actually seen Renuse around for years and years. So, hey, man.
Y'all have heard of each other, huh?
Yes. From Server Smash times.
Mm.
The old time.
From the old country.
The days long lost. Yeah, something like that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great news. I pulled in PropMaster and he pulled himself back out. Is that his choice or mine? I'll pull him back in.
I tried it. Can you hear me?
Renuse, you're a little quiet. PropMaster, can you hear us?
Hello.
Hey, there he is.
Sorry about that. I accidentally got dropped into the other channel there.
Discord Gore. I'm pulling in KaaLock also from Unity. A lot of Unity representation going on here. Good game, gentlemen. Let's hear about how it went. I'll ask first for the Unity perspective. Tell us all about it. How'd the match go?
How's this now? Can you hear me now?
Still a little quiet. I'll bump you up on my side. Give me another test.
Test.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right. Honestly, first off, it was a good match. We loved fighting TTA. As a TR outfit, we would have preferred not to have because TR. But we love them. We've been playing with TTA forever. We consider them to be like an offshoot, like we're related essentially on the faction. Like we're that close. So we just wanted to make sure that they know that we appreciate them. It was a fun match and everyone had a really great time. From there, It was same day.
Word. And I'm realizing as we speak that actually I have Roinn from TTA waiting in the chat. Jeucoq, if it's okay with you, man, I'll get back to you in a few minutes when we're done running down the Unity TTA match. Is that okay with you?
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. I didn't realize where that the other game had finished too.
This is
You're
my
good.
fault. I didn't communicate it clearly. Streamer's fault. Anyway, Jeucoq, I'll
No,
pull you
no,
back in.
you're fine. We took longer, I think, than their game did, so all good.
Sure. Okay, I'm pulling in Roinn now. Roinn, welcome to the cast, and GG, brother.
Yo, and thank you.
So let's hear about it. Just heard a quick perspective from Renuse, showing respect to y'all at TTA. Roinn, give us your perspective from TTA. How was the match?
I mean, we lost, and so take all this with a grain of salt. But I am incredibly impressed with how my team performed. I'm very happy with how the fight we were able to put up against Unity. I went into this tournament thinking that Unity was going to get far, but I was not expecting to the very end. But I was proven very wrong, which makes makes a ton of sense. And so I've always been rooting for Unity, really, since worked with a lot of their guys in the past, and so it feels good to go out against a friend, not some
Definitely
team I've never talked to before, and yeah. But besides that, it was a really fun match.
What was fun
Unity
about
really just seeing how differently Unity plays the game compared to, or really how they view the game compared to someone like me.
How'd you describe that?
Very micro intensive.
Oh.
In terms of outmaneuvering. There was multiple times where we just would get completely outflanked, or would get Valks full of heavy assaults dropping on our senders and stuff like that. That I would not consider doing in the moment, but they had locked down solid. So, ton of stuff like that.
Takes a
that
lot
really
of control over small numbers of players to pull that off.
Totally, and it shows how much whatever that word is, they give their players. And there it is. And yeah, shows how much work they've been putting in and all that kind of stuff over this course of the season, which is incredibly impressive, to say at least.
Yeah. Well, great game to both teams. You gave us a great match to watch. I'll throw it back to Renuse. Congrats again on the victory. Show some love for your TTA brothers. Tell us what you saw from them that you liked and that impressed you, or maybe even surprised you today.
This might sound good now.
Yeah, much better.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, we knew that TTA, honestly, we thought it was going to be one of our hardest fights, and that they were going to be coming at it at the combined arm approach and in command and leadership circle in preparation for the match. We were like, hey, this is going to be probably one of our most hardest fought battles. They might throw some real like unknowns at us. Every lane is going to be pressured by every different kind of weapon system. It's not just going to be like infantry or just air. Like, they're not playing a meta game. Like, there's no crutch of a meta. Like, what's the best thing in the game? I'm going to use that, and that's what I'm going to quote unquote compete with. They're playing planet side, like combined arms approach. And getting into the wickets of it, like, hey, air support, armor. The lightning flanks were great. Like, at times our spawns were completely destroyed. We had in each squad at least 3 or 4 different people pulling spawns for the squads, for the platoon, especially at Nexus, and they were consistently being wiped. Like, there's a heavy amount of repull for that. So that was really impressive. I know that our air was tied up with them for a little bit, and at some points we didn't have dominance. And to me, looking at it from a combined arms perspective, that was very good, because that means that they were doggedly trying to get at it, and it wasn't for the lack of us trying to like hold them back with AA options, anti-armor AA options, like AP, prowlers on the hills, and then different air units we have that are working in like tandem, like 2 and 3 mans, and coordination of that across the front. And they were still able to get aircraft in there and influence the battle, so that made us respond to things like that. So that was really good. And then their speed. We know that TTA is fast. Like, we work with them on our Connery server, and we work off of them honestly a lot more than we work with them, because we're usually fielding smaller squads and we're kind of broken up and making sure we're moving in the background and then leaving when we're done. But they can move up lattice so fast with such amount of force that it's hard to counter them, and they show a lot of strength there, and not a force in a Zerg way. It's like a solidarity. Like, it's just a solid unit. You know that they're going to be doing good things there. There's not many people that's going to stand in the path of a TTA platoon. Yeah, there's no extra like vehicles chilling, not affecting point, and overpop. Like the amount of population in the hex that are actually affecting the point is effective. It's not some waste of resource.
Word.
So they're good all around. Like, we had to cover our bases, and if we didn't, then we would have gotten beat down.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Fighting over at Bitter Gorge, I was in charge of Bravo's squad, and I was mostly tied up in that north lane. And you know, there were times where we called for the other infantry squads to assist us in that Bitter Gorge fight, going between Erzak back to Bitter Gorge. And the only way we were able to contain them from their redeploy is just kill their spawns. If we weren't able to react to that, TTA, you know, the match may have went differently. We fought hard, they fought hard, but it is not something we went into this match expecting, you know, that they're going to play to win, and we wanted to win. And so all the punches were pulled out, not giving them that ability to have a beachhead. It's very important in keeping the match on our side.
Yeah, speaking of beachheads, let's talk opener. In terms of approach, maybe ask the Unity folks first. How did you pick your opener, and how well did it work?
So my secret opener on that did not get used, which I'm not going to throw out here, but we were wanting to do some crazy stuff, you know, like to make it. We felt like we were going to be fighting a traditional like air opening, so we wanted to do something that would change the game from there. But then when we went over the crest of that first mountain, it just like it was empty. And then we looked at Erzak, and we're like, oh no, they're not there. And having, you know, looked into the matches before, we're like, okay, so Erzak's probably gonna get ignored. But it was like, oh crap, like it's confirmed they're not there. And then they're not here at Bitter or Granite, sorry. And then we saw the Bitter investment, and the air battle proceeded from there. But it was a lot of empty. Like when you come over that first ridge and you don't see something happening, you're kind of concerned. You know, you're like, uh-oh.
What am I missing?
Yeah. And so from there we had to like, we're like, okay, move that way, go this, look over here. And then after an extra like few 30 to 60 seconds, we figured it out. And then that opening though was unique. Like we had those two bases in the mid and the south side were uncontested for so long, and that was so awkward.
Yeah, I was actually looking for a Steel Rain, like a TheHolyYeetman, like another like backstretch or something like that. 27 seconds, Yeetman.
Hell yeah, that's the move, man.
Yeah, we came into it with 3 different openings. Sorry about that.
No, sorry, I thought you were done. Please continue.
No, we came in with 3 different openings, and we had to adjust fire twice, so it was good. The opening was not anticipated. Whatever they did.
No good plan survives contact with the enemy. I'll toss it over to Roinn.
That is true.
Toss it over to Roinn at TTA. Tell us about your opener.
Being completely honest, we thought that our opener last week against FIFA worked so well that we're just like, you know what, screw it, we're doing it again. And so we changed some micro stuff in terms of positions of some stuff and how much we commit to all this, but it's a very similar opener if you compare the two.
For those who weren't there, could you briefly describe it to us?
It was a mix of. I'm a big proponent of like needing to set up your future move. It's kind of like in chess, just developing your pieces, ahead. Right? Yeah, thinking ahead. And so I'm a big proponent of giving us some room to moving so we're able to strike later on in the match after the opener is done. And that was the wrong move in my opinion, because I did not expect Unity to commit so much to Bitter Gorge. And then we lost the Granite Head battle, and then we lost Erzak. And so really what we should have done is we should have focused on really just bunkering down on Bitter Gorge or Granite Head, one of the two.
Sure.
because Granite Head didn't start the cap didn't start until a minute. I would say like 2 minutes into the match, but we
Mm-hmm.
did have people there the entire time, and so
Right. Yeah, both of y'all
I
had a
really
squad there at the jump. That was
yeah
something
yeah.
I don't think I've seen before.
hmm
One of
I
y'all had the
think that
powerhouse, the
Yep.
other one had the triple stack. It was like
Yeah.
a Jaeger battle.
yeah.
I hope it was good viewing.
It was fun.
Yeah,
It was fun to watch.
you guys had a really good push on Argent Pass that actually got stopped by a Unity squad at Bitter, and that was wild. Like stopping that back up, that was crazy.
hmm
Just huge plays by everybody, I would say, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
From my
So,
perspective, that was sorry. Go ahead, D. Go ahead.
no, man, you take it.
That was probably my most enjoyable match so far, or over the entire season.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, there's like our first match against Axig and then Go Hard Gaming and everything where we won, but none of the fights were as satisfying as the fights tonight. Of just
Mm-hmm.
you know some really close fights that were decided by just some really clutch micro plays by Unity or from us on the rare occasion, but it was just it's really this might sound a little like but it's really fun to watch people be good at Planetside.
Huh.
Because it's such a unique game to be good at. When you see some light assault like drift over a cliff, and use like those impulse grenades fly down, C4 us under,
Yeah.
destroys an entire spawn. It's just fun to watch, and so
Yeah.
it was.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes, we were losing in the moment, but in hindsight, like these fights were really fun to be at. So dynamic.
As the man in the spectator cam, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more. So, let's get some shout outs in. Roinn, who from TTA put in a good show today? Who put in a great effort? Who helped make this as good as it was for y'all?
So a little bit of backstory for this match, and I meant to tell you this earlier, Renuse, but I was actually not going to be here for this match.
Hmm.
I had obligations to attend to that take priority, but they were canceled earlier today, and so I was able to show up 20 minutes before the match started, get everything organized. And so where I'm going with this is I just want to thank my leadership team of squad leads and my assistant PL and all the backup leads for being able to be so flexible, because we had this plan down and we're like, yep, so this person could be platoon leading and everything like that. And that was all thrown out the window when I got the go ahead to dash back home and get leading. So I just want to thank the leadership team for being that flexible, and also because it's the end of the season, just everyone really in the team. But I don't want to take up all your guys' time. So this team has been really flexible this season and very able to work around stuff, that strange ideas and everything like that. And it's really
Mm-hmm.
impressive to see how far we've come. And so everyone really.
And
That's
y'all
the
are a
easy answer, I guess.
coalition of a few different groups, right?
A few different groups, yeah. Communication is key. CIK is the group I'm in. Plus mercenaries, perps, the practical porpoises. I called them the whale people a few live streams ago, and now I get made fun of every time I talk about them. Long story anyway. They're a small group of people that I have gotten to meet over these last few weeks, and they're a bunch of cool people trained on in there. Kara, all those people are really cool.
Cool.
We have TA, which not to this confuse with the Terran Alliance. It's an outfit called Terran Alliance. That's a small group of kind of casual players that
It's not
do some
confusing
live
at all.
stuff.
You're right.
Yeah, I know. I totally wasn't confused when I first learned about them. Don't worry. And they do a bunch of casual stuff on live, and they're a
Sure.
bunch of good, cool guys to hang around with as well. And then we also have our Guardian Wolf, a solo or a guy from the Crimson Wolf Pack. Just some small outfit on TR Connery, but we're just a bunch of people in TR Connery that like playing together.
Word.
Yeah.
So what's the future for TTA after this outfit war making it into the playoffs? Are y'all looking forward to coming together again for a future outfit war? Are you gonna go your separate ways? What's the feeling?
That's the discussion for tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're gonna have
Yeah.
a big talk about it tomorrow. See what we want to do, all that stuff.
Word. How about this? Was it worth it?
That's a really hard question to answer. I think the answer is yes, and but the reasoning behind it is kind of weird.
Hmm.
For me and my experience in this game, it's been very much the background of everything, right? Getting things organized, being a platoon lead, organizing discords and all that stuff that comes with doing this, right? Getting communities together, all that kind of stuff. And for me, this season really showed like a new side of that, because I have experience with Alpha Wars before. I participated with Asti Astartes last season, the last Desolation season,
Mm-hmm.
and I learned a bunch from there about how to be an effective figurehead in a community and all that kind of stuff. Plus, how to organize, just a bunch of experience stuff. And this season, since I'm the leader of the team and everything like that, I organize everything. It's stressful, and it really puts a strain on not only me as like the platoon lead, but me as a person. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that it takes to do this. And I'm not saying this like, oh, being a platoon lead in a video game is the hardest job in the world. I'm not trying to say that. But it takes a lot of focus and a lot of energy to do. And it is definitely not something anyone can just do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since people don't have the time or don't have the energy to commit to this.
Yeah, the burden of leadership is heavy, especially
Yeah.
for something that pays off the way this does. So y'all, both of y'all who we're talking to today got into the playoffs, which means you got your border. I guess the banner border is the reward for this season. I'm not too sure.
It was 4 teams, 4 to 8, right? Get the banner. So yeah, pretty much everyone in playoffs, or everyone in
Yeah.
playoffs. Yeah.
But there are also a bunch of teams who put in almost as much effort, played 4 matches instead of 5, and aren't getting any of that. I'm not sure if that's a good enough reason to put in all this effort, but it does underscore just how much community energy goes into pulling off one of these matches.
And yeah, to go on like the point of some teams like Sammy, for example, Sovereign Army. I know, I'm really good friends with their one of their organizers. His name is Dux Neo. Maybe you might know him. You might have interviewed him, but he's a really good guy, and I'm really disappointed that they got kicked out of the tournament so early. But I definitely know that that group learned from the season about what to do, what not to do, how to be an effective team, and all that kind of stuff. It these matches and everything teach a lot, like from match to match, from even from day to day. Sometimes having to work with a bunch of unique people, it's a really fun experience, but it's also a difficult one, just from my perspective.
Yeah. How about the community folks? What's your perspective on the worthwhileness of the fight, what it takes, and I guess turning around and doing it again at least one more time?
Well, I wanted to give a quick shout out. I know we didn't do it too much last time.
Do it, dude.
But so it was really hard for us to put a team together, like super freaking hard. Like it was like a month-long project, and every time the week of, like, we're screaming for people and we're pulling people out of retirement and telling them to download the game again. Like, it's hard.
Yikes.
But we have about a squad of people who have been assisting us, and they are our quote unquote ringers, and it's 1099, 8sec, and Busy, and those guys have been a great support for subbing in for people who are out for real life and whatnot. And I want to give a shout out to them, and then the squad leaders and the community members. We're here to play the game, and we love our community, and a lot of the leaders are here just to lead the community. You know, like, it wouldn't be one without the other. So the leadership and the community and keeping it together and keeping it going in a positive way. As far as where the game is going post Outfit Wars with us, you mean?
Yeah, well, usually I ask this to outfits who are dealing with elimination and have to answer the existential question, but I figure I'd toss it out to y'all too.
I mean, same answer as last time. Side is 10 years old. We're old and we're tired, but, you know, we're here and we want to represent our community.
Yeah, I wouldn't rule us out as long as the energy's there. We always facilitate leadership. You know, we may. There's been some new recruits that has been recruited into Unity off of public squads. You know, if there is one jewel among them that wants to get embedded into the community and rally together at least one squad, you know, alliances are being made. It may be like probably TTA will hook up with TTA or DPSO or some other allied element. As long as there's someone with that energy and there's a group that's willing to play, I'm pretty sure someone in our community will make that happen for them.
We got one more bit on. Is we got a gentleman in our outfit who is consistently talking the poo, and I want to give him a shout out for being a great leader so far. He's grown into the position. He was forced into this position as a squad leader, and he has adapted and learned at a magnificent pace. And that's Endeavor. Yeah, shout out to Charlie 3. Good job, guys.
Oh yeah, way to go, Endeavor.
GG, man. The poop talker, huh?
TTA is
the
amazing.
shit talker. Swearing's okay on the stream, by the way.
I thought that was Moistma. I thought that was Moist.
No.
Okay.
Yeet man, if you're still there, bro, you got any questions for these folks?
Do you need the context behind that, Deke?
Behind what?
Moist, or find who Moistma is, or
I always love the community lore, so lay it on me.
All right, so Moistma and I have a deep history. Like 2 years ago, we would regularly play League of Legends together, and just since then, we kind of stopped a few months ago because one of the guys we play with is kind of toxic. Not gonna lie, he's also one of our backup squad leads. It's great, and I'm shit talking, but he would always on live whenever we see him, he'd always like team kill me, teabag me, and then PM me. You're horrible at League, or you're bad at League, and so. He was sending me some PMs about Unity strategy, and one of them was he's just gonna PM me and the other guy we played League with, just telling us like our win rates and all that kind of stuff. And so that's why you probably saw some stuff in Yellow Chat tonight. I thought it was hilarious. Don't worry, I'm not mad about it. I think it's really funny.
Are you bad at League though?
I mean, that's all right. Next question. What were we gonna bring up? TheHolyYeetman, what
nice.
I think I'm good. What was something that happened in maybe this match or any other matches that really like surprised you guys? Like that was something really like outrageous or something that you couldn't have planned for.
I'd like to jump in here.
Ooh,
perfect.
I think one thing that was the most interesting and also the most difficult, and it kind of comes back to our history of live play with the TTA folks, is that there were a lot of times when I'd queue spot people and I'd see names that I recognize and the tag that I recognize, and one of the hardest parts about this fight was picking targets, right? You're so used to going up against the blue force or the purple force, and to have to look down, aim down sights on people that not only you play with, but you know and you recognize, that was uniquely difficult for us. And so it was something that we didn't anticipate, and it caused a lot of interesting situations at the beginning, and even all through the match. We had moments where we'd be spotting people and being like, that moment of hesitation, going, "Wait, these are our pals."
Yeah.
So it was weird, but it was a good match despite that, that kind of strange feeling. I mean, I think we all really went into this looking forward to it, right? Like, not only is this up against our pals, but it's like, what a cool opportunity to play against them and get to have like a really cool match. And kind of, I know we talked about like the leadership being like, this is going to be our toughest match, and we definitely said that, but also it was kind of understood and said amongst all of us that it was like, if we go out to anybody, if it's TTA, that's our pals, that we'll be okay with that, right? And I hope the feeling there is mutual.
Yeah, you have no idea. I'm really happy that you guys did as well as you guys are doing, because we see you on live and it's always like Prop. I've recognized you a ton on live, and I totally agree with you that like shooting at like Renuse is kind of hard. Not gonna lie, kind of hard. Maybe delay a little bit, and then I die, and then I'm like, why did I do that?
Exactly.
Yeah. See Lepelos and Regared and all those guys, man.
Well, yeah, Warbird sadly wasn't on.
Warbird, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you would have been happy to kill him, and then maybe
we will carry we'll summon your spirit forward and kill in your name.
Good.
Really difficult.
It goes both ways.
Yeah, the nameplate stuff. I don't know if they'll give us some new options. I actually heard a similar complaint from Odeon, Emerald NC with KN1, saying that NC should always be blue, because I think that he was in a position of going up against, who's KN1 thing? They lost to VCats. VCats was
VS.
They were VS. I'm trying to remember what the colors for that match were. I'm pretty sure KN1 was red and VCats were blue, weren't they? I don't remember.
No, I think VCats was red. That was the earlier match, correct, on Emerald today?
Well, no, they just played tonight. They had a rematch.
Yeah. I think VCats was red for that match.
Okay.
KN1 blue.
Maybe Odeon was thinking of a different match he was complaining about. Either way, there are other people who are suffering from the same problem. I just wanted to validate that.
Just to bring it up, though, Ronin, did TTA have a uniform?
Oh my god, this is internal shit talking too.
Yeah, this is a funny story. So one of our main things that like I preached was that we shouldn't do like a camo. We shouldn't do like a main outfit camo. And the reason why is because I didn't want to force anyone to spend money or whatever. But I said it once, and then people just kind of were like, whatever, and ignored me, and so they did it anyway. And so it was a very, very close battle between Pink and Cracked Earth, and Cracked Earth came out victorious.
Nice.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Cracked Earth. That's classic. That's a classic.
I like that one. Pink's a little too, I don't know. I think
Pink's overplayed.
A lot of people use that. Yeah, a little played out.
I will personally talk about our bullshit here.
This is can we reduce?
Funny
Do
shit.
we have permission?
Yeah, can we?
You have 30
talk about
seconds.
All right. So our fucking camo is the Dry Lake camo, and everybody goddamn hates it. But we voted on it like many years ago in the ancient outfit lore. We fucking voted on camos, and we ended up with Dry Lake as our official camo. And everybody hates it now, and everybody was like, "Oh god." But I got to tell you, there are myself and several other folks absolutely bought like a dozen people the Dry Lake camo here, like more than a dozen people Dry Lake camo, just to make sure everybody was matching up. So, oh god,
beautiful. I've seen a lot of outfits do that too. The official, unofficial outfit camo. It's pretty cool, but people want to represent their teams. They want to have that sense of solidarity and unity.
Yeah, but not only that, it helps to a degree when you're going friendly one faction v faction, TR versus TR in this case. We had our Dry Lake, and that helped some players more than others. But for those it helped, we had that available, and it worked out. Yeah, that's why I asked TTA.
Wonder if you start seeing some counterplay there, where Sneaky Infiltrator puts on the enemy camo, tries to.
That's smart.
Hey, Hey, Ronin, I got a question.
Yeah.
All right, so next outfit war season, we looking at alliance options here.
That's been a thing. Wasn't that on like the roadmap, for this year, or is that not true? Because I'm pretty sure it was on the roadmap.
Let's look.
My opinion for alliances is it's a really there's so many like options and ways they could do it, and I think alliances overall would be a really positive thing, because it allows outfits who want to continue working together to continue working together, and it allows outfits who want to be solo, right? Like if we got a bunch of outfits on TR who want to start working together, maybe like possibly like a Terran alliance or something like that, then they could all join a big alliance, work together. I don't know how like that would change anything in terms of play, and like how squads are organized or whatever, but I think it'd be an interesting change. And then if you have a outfit like Gobs or Recursion who are kind of doing their own thing, then they could just not do an alliance, and it's totally fine. But I think it does expand the sense of or scale of community that this game already has. I think that's an overall positive change.
Would you only allow alliances between outfits on the same faction? Do you think?
I think
you got to, right?
maybe. I think in terms of just how the game is designed and how the devs are kind of pushing the game recently with, factions having unique stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
With like new Top Guns and new MBT turrets and all that kind of stuff. I think they're probably just going to keep it to current factions.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know how that would really work in terms of enemy factions, but I think it'd be a possible thing they might look into.
Yeah, if it's only for Outfit Wars, you could have it be cross-factional. But I imagine whatever feature they develop for Alliances, they'll want it to work in and outside of Outfit Wars. So,
yeah,
yeah,
they got to do something to limit the players, because midway through, you're basically starting to field the same players that were in, and it just condenses down further. Like, a lot of people just want to play Outfit Wars matches, like, and they'll squeeze it in any way they can.
Sure.
And you got to limit that somehow.
Yeah. Well, Unity, Terran Alliance, any other final thoughts for the evening? Anything we missed?
I'm a big fan of the 1v1 format. I think that is a really positive change for Alpha Wars as a whole. I know some people aren't a big fan of it, but I think for the competitive nature that the devs seem to be pushing, it's, in my opinion, the only option to make this format competitive is to make it 1v1. But that's just me. I don't know if Unity agrees or anything like that.
Yeah, I think what this format, this 1v1 format's great. I think there should be some sort of challenge or community-driven option instead of having it hosted just once a year, and
Yeah,
then
like exhibition matches, that kind of idea.
Yeah, what do you think about that, Unity, of having like the possibility for outfits to set up stuff like that, and possibly not have it on Jaeger, and even then there's the possibility of not being able to set it up because devs are kind of meh about that stuff.
That would be the dream. Like, just even having this available to the general public. Like, have a platoon. If you have a platoon, get on a wait list, and when opposition from the other faction will get on a wait list, they will, get onto this instance and fight it out. So even if you don't participate in outfit wars, you could still play on this match, and that would be so accessible to the pubs. Like Yeetman said in a past interview, just an accessibility for the quote unquote non-competitive outfits.
And also
to have their shot playing this map.
Yeah, totally. And also, let's not forget scrimming for next season.
Yeah, practicing. Yes, very much. And just having that not on Jaeger. I think Dr. Moneypants said that feels good for Western TAC because they could just go in on live with their characters rather than go to Jaeger or PTS or something like that.
It also helps so much with watchability. Being able to look at a tag and know who you're looking at, like, it makes a huge difference, I think, in terms of the casting quality.
I think people are detached from their characters nowadays. Like, there used to be a big deal. It's like you make a character, you make a cool name, whatever, and then you like invest in that character. But now it's like, oh, I'll just make another one. I'll make another one. I'll make another one. I'll make another. And it's like, you're losing value there, and you're not representing yourself like in totality. Bring your whole weight to the table.
I think
bring back faction loyalty.
I think since the game has started to become a lot, especially in the quote unquote competitive community, it started to become a lot less of this. I think the idea of attaching yourself to something has started to become a kind of a dated idea in PlanetSide, which whether you agree with or you disagree with, I think is besides the point. But I think the idea of I am Roinn and I attach myself to the outfit CIK because I'm playing with them for forever is kind of started to become out of favor. If you guys kind of understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, amongst veterans.
I do
yes,
understand.
Very much so.
Yeah, and also I think that there's a difference in server cultures. I was talking with VCats and KM1 about this earlier in the day, about how on Emerald there's much more of an individualist culture, whereas on a lot of other servers, I think Connery is one of them, there's a little bit more of an outfit culture in terms of what's important, how people play, how they organize themselves. And yeah, the names and the naming meta is definitely part of that. If you have no allegiance to any group, why why would it matter where you are, where you play? You just go wherever the fights are and use a name that makes your handful of friends chuckle. But I think that there's always going to be that tension in PlanetSide between the needs of individual players who need freedom and the ability to find the content that they want to enjoy, and the tension between that and what communities need, which is stability, continuity, the ability to hang on to people for long term, have incentives for the community, like Outfit Wars. Outfit Wars, I think, is a blow in the favor of what you said, Roinn, to people having some connection to their characters, because they get to see their names on the cast. Because those characters, if they get a reward, that's the character that's going to have the reward. Those are the kinds of things that probably push more in that direction, I think.
I agree with that, but I also would say that you got to be really careful with the. I mean, throw it out there, the meme culture of having a bunch of cheesy names just to play a joke, and then smashing a team, with a stack ball, and then those are two big points that I don't want to open up, but
it creates bad feelings. Yeah, people feeling like you aren't taking it
negativity.
seriously. Yeah, and you're playing in a little bit of bad faith. Yep. Well, that's one of those great things that gets to play out in the PlanetSide community that we all love and hate.
Tell me about it.
Any other final thoughts, gentlemen?
GG.
Yeah.
GG.
It's GG, guys, as well.
Great game, Unity. Great game, TTA.
Thank you for casting, Dig. And
Thank
TheHolyYeetman, thanks for all your work.
No problem, man.
Absolutely my pleasure.
Good game, y'all.
Yeah, I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
how are you guys? You guys are good? You still good for streaming?
I'll be honest with you. This is like my 35th or 36th Outfit Wars cast match that I've casted. I'm starting to be ready to be done. I'm looking towards the finish line. I can't say I've put as many prep hours into it as y'all have, but I spent a lot of hours staring at the Nexus. I feel like I can see it in my sleep. I get excited whenever something happens in a match I haven't seen before. Now that's what gets me excited, and definitely saw a little bit of that in y'all's match. So kudos.
Let's go.
All right, we'll try to keep that in mind next time for next play or something.
Entertain the streamers, and your content will live forever.
You shall be entertained.
GG, folks.
Yeah, good luck. I'm rooting for you guys, Unity, for next week, and so
here.
Whoever you're up against, give them hell. Hope you guys win. Take it easy.
Bye.
Yeah. Have a nice night.
Good man.
Awesome. Great game to those folks. Terran Alliance, Roinn, who maintained his internet connection throughout this whole match. I forgot to give him shit for that. And Renuse, PropMaster, and what was his name? KaaLock from Unity. Great game. But the discussion's not over. We also have nahyeah and Jeucoq from the Vikings versus Dire match ready to go. Jeucoq, if you're still there, you can unmute, and I'll pull in nahyeah from Dire as well.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm pretty drunk though.
That's okay. We'll have fun with it. I'm gonna pull in your enemy here. nahyeah, you are live on the cast and unmuted. Welcome to the cast and great game.
G'day. Hey, how you going?
We're doing great. Just finished enjoying some great Outfit Wars. We just debriefed with Terran Alliance and Unity. And really, I always really enjoy the Connery vibes. There's something about the way you guys treat each other that feels very different and nice compared to coming from Emerald, where the outfits are a little more, I don't know, a little different. The interactions are a little different. I'll put it that way.
Oh, for more Connery lore. Until very recently, I was helping lead TTA. I was there for nearly there for its foundation when it reformed a couple of years ago. I'm good friends with all the leaders of TTA and Unity. They're really good group, good fun.
Oh, they gave us a fun match to watch today. But let's talk about y'all's match. Vikings and Dire. I want to hear from Dire first. nahyeah, give us your take on the match. How'd it go?
As per every match I've played with Dire, I'm trying to get air superiority to help my guys out. Vikings we knew going in that having Prey was going to be quite a a team to fight against.
Yeah.
Feel like we did quite well in our opener, but we ran into our standard issue of we wanted to take points, left the air game to them, and they were able to get that beautiful snowball at the start. While we were, faffing about trying to keep up, they were able to roll their buses in the opener, and get those caps across the middle bases that we were desperately hoping we'd be able to get some sustain at. Infantry teams sounded like, from all the chatter I had in my ear, they were having quite a bloody hard time. Just competing against good teams is hard. What a surprise. Competing against such a well-organized team was hard. But the overwhelming opinion was that it was probably our most fun match we've had. Having to go tooth and nail for every single base, every single fight, being right at like the peak of our ability. Great bloody fun. And I really, really hope that next season we'll be able to have some more fights like that.
So you're ready for next season, huh?
Oh
that
yeah,
seems
absolutely.
to be what we specialize in. we haven't done a successful warp gate yet, I don't think. Which
Not yet.
I'm fine with.
You should have told us that. Would have been really nice to you. Let you get your little forward.
No, we like creating good TV apparently.
I was thanking y'all for that on the cast. I was like, thank God it's not a warp gate.
It's kind of my main complaint with Nexus. Like once momentum gets rolling, and things start going against the team, the way that Nexus is structured in the 1v1, and with the lack of lattice options, obviously you do have like usually 3 bases that you can fight over. But the way that the tempo game works out is, kind of conducive to a steamroll. I don't know how they should. I'm too drunk to figure out how to fix it right now. But like, it's definitely something that should be looked at, I think.
Yeah, well, there's Bitter Gorge and Granite Head with it, which are the fast caps with valuable connections, and then whenever one team gets on the back foot and they're fighting over the 4-minute cap timers in the corners of the continent, I feel like that's where the snowball begins, because suddenly any kind of a counterplay is just like, it takes minutes for like a recap to pay off and be able to push into a new base. I don't know. That's my 5-head streamer take. Just watching the matches. It's like as soon as there's a very serious push on Slade Hold, Argent Pass, Nexus Secure, or Hydroponics, where it looks like that the aggressing force is not going to be pushed off, it's like, okay, we're fighting on this side of the map now. Very hard to change that.
It's incredibly challenging, those bases across the front of the warp gate, once you lose them, to try and pull your way back out of them. Fighting through the canyons on the western side of the map is brutal when they've got the defense set up, and the open field on the right hand side is brutal for the exact same reason. You still have your chokes you got to roll through, and when a team has air dominance like Vikings had, we couldn't even throw galaxies or Valkyries over the top. Which, of course, the team with the air dominance and the settled positions is going to have an easier time fighting it. But yeah, I enjoy the map still. Just a little bit of tweaking, I'll be really happy with it.
Yeah, I think we can look forward to some tweaks. Go ahead, Jeucoq.
It was a great match. It was fun to play. I had a great time.
What was great about it?
I liked all the usernames that were rolling around. I was having a laugh every time I saw another goofy name.
Yeah, our theme game is kind of on point.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's very fun. But the rotation, the heavy tempo game is something that we really like playing, and it is unfortunate that air can very quickly lead to a snowball. But it does give the pilots something to do, and we all know how much of a pain in the ass they can be when they have nothing to do.
Yes. Oh, it was so nice this match, having something, not having to either be nanite locked and stuck being a dirty medic for some infantry player, being able to have have the dire air team. We're all able to fight. I think Nanite locked once. Just spent the entire game. I barely even saw the ground because I was too busy fighting your team up around our warp gate, trying to keep them distracted for as long as we could.
Yeah. Yeah, the air guys definitely got to eat tonight.
Yeah, oh yeah. Your the air hammers on the not Argent Pass, what's the other one? I can't remember the map. It's all blurred from my memory now.
Bitter probably.
Yeah, brutal. Trying to push you guys off just a little bit, so we could get some reprieve from the air hammers was really challenging, and it just meant that we could never ever settle into a way we wanted to play.
The
Making
bus
it
that
really
you
hard.
set up, the bus that you guys set up on the triple stack at B really gave us fits though. That was pretty inspired.
Well, go for if you put a bus where no one's ever going to look, maybe it'll survive longer than you'd hope. Clearly not this
pretty
time.
much. It lasted pretty long. So. But yeah, good game.
Really good game. I would love to just if every match we had was of that close, or every match we had was something like that. I would have loved this season so much more. It was great fun having to really, really fight hard for everything. And I really want to say how much better Dire's gotten from our first match, where we got, I think, one of the fastest losses that came out against Recursion.
No.
To come back and be able to win our next two games quite comfortably against teams that we all personally thought were going to be better against, especially against Fate, who we were all saying, oh, they're way better than us. Just the way Dire has gotten better and learnt to work together since our first matches is really nice.
Kudos definitely earned there, because I watched all of your VODs back, and there was definite improvement.
Yeah. Diamond Wing Pix, Kais, Falcon, and Sane, all of those guys in our leadership channel have put in so much work to try and keep everyone organized. And it's definitely like herding cats. And I really want to just commend them as well for how well they've played. Shame about we lost a couple of members to crashes. Would have loved to have been able to join back in, but unfortunately losing one of our main pilots to a crash in the early game was really brutal. Kind of threw me off a little bit. But hopefully in the next season that issue will be fixed. We'll be able to rejoin if something happens that's out of our control.
Yeah, the reason that
some room for quality of life improvements.
Yeah, Rel said the reason that they put that in is to prevent some kind of an exploit, right?
I believe so. I would honestly, every team that's in the competition, at least on Connery, aren't exploiters. No one's using weird things like that.
Yeah.
I would have just rather left it in. Oh no, someone came back in, and this time they had the extra nanite. And it's a bit of a glitch. It's a shame. If you see people intentionally abusing it, yeah, we all know. And like you said, Connery's really community focused. We all know who would be abusing things, and they'd get a bit of they get flamed on live for it eternally. So I would have loved to be able to. I had a crash in the previous game as well, and it's just really, really disheartening to lose your ability to contribute when you so desperately want to play like we all do.
Yeah. I agree with you. Maybe it's a change we can expect to see in the next season. I certainly hope so.
I definitely hope so.
Do y'all both think that we'll see it next season?
I would like seasons to come every year as long as the game's still alive. I would definitely, even if I stop playing, I'm coming back for this because I really enjoy it.
That's a huge endorsement.
It's really, really fun. Losing is still great fun. Losing to a team in a 50-50 fight because they outplayed you is such a change of pace from live where you lose because they have 7,000 more people. It's really, really nice to have. They didn't win because they had more people. They won because they're better.
Right.
And knowing what we did wrong, what we did right, and how we can work on it is really, it helps us all improve so much. Speaking of helping improve, we straight away locked on to what the Viking pilots were doing. their really safe passive play to keep us in zone. And we decided to just mimic it for the rest of the match. We'll just keep them engaged as long as we can, be as soft and passive and annoying where they couldn't push us and we couldn't push them. And I feel like I spent 30 minutes staring at the same mountain, looking at another Viking pilot staring at the same mountain, waiting for one of us to blink for the fight to start. Which was just, it's great fun as a pilot having those kind of things. Just the Mexican standoff is really, really a interesting part of the air game.
And on that mountain on the opposite side of Granite, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a really, really fun little thing to have two relatively large teams, actually. I think that's probably the biggest air team we've fought, and that's probably the most pilots we've fielded. Which made the... I really hope there's something on some video of it on stream, but I doubt it because the air game's boring to watch unless you're playing it.
I think the air game's really fun to watch. It's just you have to
it's
run
very
into
challenging.
It on your way between
it's
points.
Very challenging to see who's winning until they've already won.
Right.
Something I've found spectating it.
Yeah, I think
I got some good shots of it in the observer camera today.
Very happy to hear it.
Jeucoq, I feel like that the Mexican standoff, the passive airplay is something I saw you guys doing earlier in the day when you fought against Gobs as a 1TR. Is this something y'all been doing for a little while? Is this like a today innovation?
I think it's been a bit more of a long-term thing. When you get onto the back foot, it becomes more of a delay and limit the capacity of the opposition air force to air to ground you. The less lull pods and Banshee or air hammer that you're eating is of great value, I think. So just being something for the other ESFs to shoot can definitely pay some dividends.
Which is exactly what you guys did to us. We couldn't ever get our air to ground going because we would rather stop you guys doing it than have it go and do ourselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a pretty standard play on other servers. But Connery's air game is really unique. There's not many pilots left. So my group's always been really quite confident in and aggressive with all our plays, and we've been taught, or we've had the lesson of you got to slow down and back off, beaten into us quite hard today and last week. That there is definitely something to be said for playing passive, waiting for the opposition to make a mistake, which they so rarely did, to get the engagement on.
Make the enemy play the game on your terms.
It was also the first match where I've seen armor fights.
That's been a more recent thing for us. We ran up against some difficulty with the recursion vehicles in the match last week. So just something that we're trying to learn. 1TR, which is the base outfit, it's just a whole group of 1TR and friends that makes Viking. But we're terrible at it's the worst kept secret on Emerald. We're just bad at vehicle. So something that is definitely our room for improvement, I think.
Yeah, our Delta lead noticed quite quickly the lack of armor around, and a couple times I know they punished it, but the issue is that air superiority that we couldn't protect them from, which it was just incredible having to deal with that, and the amount of run-on effects that having good air was able to do to the rest of our map game, completely threw us off.
Yeah, it's a nigh on impossible challenge. It's something that I've experienced before against other teams on Emerald. Yeah. There isn't a great answer for it.
Well, the answer is always more pilots, more mastheads, until there's nothing left in the air.
Fill the air with mosquitoes. Well, on the subject of where to improve, let's maybe go in the opposite direction and give some shout outs. Some standout performances, big efforts, nice payoffs, either side. Take the mic.
Bucknews, you want to go first?
Oh God, I don't know any of our names. I know Josh from Emeralds killed a shitload of people with the air hammer, and I think he only got one team kill, which was a true accomplishment, I think. Aside from that, there was one real moment where Dire scared us a little bit. Capping Granite Head kind of put us on the back foot momentarily.
Yeah.
So that was quite a good play. I don't recall the details of the match well enough to know if you were kind of timer fucked elsewhere by like getting it. But I think that it definitely gave us a bit of a start, especially having the opportunity to get on Hydro for a moment. Definitely kind of refocused us when we were a bit
feeling a bit jolly.
Oh, we were jolly the entire time, but
cool.
Oh, I just want to really shout out our Delta squad, which spent the entire match shit posting about Top Gear.
That's a good way to spend your time. I absolutely agree.
Yeah, Delta's our logistics armor squad. Known as, I think, medium gear for most of the matches. Every week the sign-up sheet had something different. Kleis, who was the poor bastard, who's actually one of our best pilots in the team, got it dropped on him. He's leading armor, cop that, deal with it. And he's been doing really, really well. Because all armor players, as far as I'm concerned, always are eating glue at all times. So trying to keep them organized, which he's done really well. And I know these guys are really good at what they do because I deal with it on live.
Eating glue. What does that mean?
Oh, just, paste eating, not very like Ralph from The Simpsons.
So they're just very smart individuals. That's what you're saying.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
All right.
The Charlie squad was really, really good. They were our more of our precision instrument. Our best infantry players were there. And I am fortunate enough as the air lead to also be stuck listening to Charlie squad comms, which are good fun. You'll see in most bases where there was underpop, that's where we send Charlie to, because we know they can handle themselves. And in previous matches, you would have seen like the top kills of all Dire were Charlie squad. It's all the time. I do want to shout out, I think it was Mook Mook who shot me down with an AP Lightning as a team kill. That was solid. It would have been a really good shot if it wasn't on me.
Still a good shot, in my opinion.
Still a good mid reverse maneuver, lands it on me. I mean, I'll give him that. It was solid. I wish it was just on the Viking.
Yeah, what can you do?
And then just the rest of my air team, the leaders of our air team, which is Salvo, Void, and Falcon, who are able to hold their own in infantry air wherever they were put. They were really, really doing well. They're kind of they can just do everything in the game, and if we were able to pull them in infantry, we would have had much. Just if they were able to dedicate to one thing, I reckon we would have been much better off just because of their sheer game knowledge and skill. And if one of them didn't crash at the start of the match, it would have been really nice to have him around as well.
Yeah. Cool. So, next question. Vikings, who are y'all hoping to face off against in the next round?
Well, we've already had our cage match with Recursion, and I think based on the way that the seeding is supposed to work, we'll probably get them again. But I wouldn't mind seeing someone different. I know that what was it, FIFA Advanced?
Yep.
Wouldn't mind fighting them for the first time. But it'll probably be Recursion. So
how excited are you to rematch Recursion?
I'm going to start drinking right now.
You've already
It'll be a
started
good
preparing.
match to watch at least.
The last one was, I think, really good viewing. So yeah, I think it'll be a spectacle at least.
Cool. A little more NC on NC action. We all love
Yes.
to see. Cool. Any final thoughts?
Seems to be what Connery specializes in.
Yeah, everyone's gone NC.
Apparently, the glue eating has become an epidemic.
Yep.
So, any other final thoughts, gentlemen, on the game, on the outfit war, on each other?
I just want to say good luck to Vikings.
Thank you. We'll probably need it.
It was really, really good fun. And I really hope in the next season, if you guys decide to come along, I'm looking forward to fighting you again. Or if I get banished to Emerald, I'll see you there.
Well, whatever works. You know, Dire was great fun. And yeah, we'd be happy to fight some new Aussie friends all over again.
Word. Looking forward to that. Well, GG Dire, GG Vikings, Dire starting the preparation for the next season, and Vikings with the W going into the semifinals. I'll be back to cast that next week and looking forward to it, and also to next season. Thanks both for jumping on and giving us your thoughts, and for giving us great PlanetSide to watch.
Thanks, mate.
No
Go
problem.
Crom.
Go Crom.
Go Crom.
All right. Go Crom? Okay. Sounds good.
Don't ask questions.
I'm just going with it, man. I'm just going with it.
They love their Crom.
Go Crom.
Go Crom.
All right, beautiful. I've clipped it. We're sending it in the montage at the end of Outfit Wars. We have Deeg saying "Go Crom."
Sure. Yeah, I'm all about some Crom. It's part of my everyday. What can I say?
My man, love it. Thanks so much for casting.
I go to
Deeg.
Croms in the morning. I go to Croms at night. I go to Croms in the afternoon. It makes me feel all right.
All right. I love that. All right, beautiful. Thank you so much, mate.
Night, bro. GG.
Thanks.
Thanks, bro.
GG.
Man, do you know what Go Crom is?
Ooh. I dare not say.
Is it dirty?
I dare not say it. I don't know, man.
Is it a Connery secret? I gotta crack the code.
I think there's some deep lore. I don't know if you go down that rabbit hole if you come back out though.
All right, I gotta tread carefully then.
Yeah, you might end up on Dire's team, like just magically.
Beautiful.
All of a sudden, you're in the outfit.
So, Yeetman, how did the evening go? Any final thoughts from you, bro?
I feel pretty good, man. I feel like that was some pretty good action there. You know, seeing the back and forth there. I think we really had the most competition when Dire was able to get back granted head, and that really kind of shook things up. But aside from that, you know, we kind of seen that snowball that happens where you get that momentum, and once you get 2 out of the 3, then you come for the third one with everything, and it's really difficult to get out of your Nexus Omega or Alpha once you're there. It's really difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun, man, and thank you for having me and you know, allowing me to be on your platform today, man, and just, you know, do some casting with you, because that was a lot of fun, man. Just calling out what we're seeing, and just, you know, doing the interviews after is really fun too. I like to hear where everybody's heads are at. Really like to just allow everyone to be able to speak, you know, their piece on how the match went. You know, it's kind of like that handshake after the sports match, you know, where you're just like, you know, everyone's kind of like, we put blood, sweat, tears in, you know, one of us has a win, one of us has a lose. And it's just nice to see everyone's like playing nice afterwards, you know, like everyone's being respectful. People aren't like, oh, I hate you or something like that. You know?
They're going they're doing a lot more than being respectful. They're showing love to their enemy, which is it's big mood. It's big Connery. I love that.
Yeah.
Well, great game, Connery.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing another game if you wanted to have me, man.
Let's talk, man. I'll be back for the next round. I'm not sure what I'm doing
Awesome.
for it yet exactly. I'm waiting for the schedules to be published, but I'll be in touch. And thanks again. It's my pleasure to have you. I always enjoy your energy. And go hard.
Hell yeah, man. Go hard.
I'm going to call it a night here for the stream in general. Yeetman, have a great night. Stream, have a great night. Good night, Planet Side. Love you very much. See you again next weekend for the Outfit Wars semi-finals. Connery and Emerald. Very much looking forward to that.
Yes, sir. Have a good night, man. Have a good night, Deeg. Have a good night, stream. Everybody sleep well. And love y'all.
Much love. Much love. Good night.